Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first episode of Touchdown Talk Jeopardy. You know them, you love them. Welcome, please, our guests and participants on this episode. It is Anthony and Evan back again. Anthony is 1-0 in trivia games on this YouTube channel. Evan, this will be his debut when it comes to NFL trivia. Anthony, as the returning champion, dare I say, I know you played Family Feud in the first trivia game, but you did win that. And how is that going to affect you going into this trivia game? I want to know.
Good, it's good. I got the confidence, man, you know? I'm smart enough to win Family Feud. Don't know if I'm smart enough to win Jeopardy, but let's fucking go, baby. I'm fucking psyched and ready to go.
So happy to hear it. It was a dominant victory in that Family Feud. It wasn't even just a close game. It was an absolute domination. But you do have a different competitor this time. It is Evan, who, dare I say, is a little bit of probably a more challenging opponent compared to Jake. So, Evan, obviously this is your debut. How does that make you feel? And are you at all intimidated by Tony and his impressive performance in the very first NFL trivia game?
I was very impressed by Tony in that first one. But again, this is first time out. Let's go out there, have fun, and see what I can do.
All right. I love it. Our contestants are feeling juiced up and ready to go. Real quick, before we get started, I'm going to explain the rules for everyone. So obviously we have a Jeopardy board right here. Real quick, I'm going to go through all the categories that we have. First category is Super Bowl winners. It'll be a question about a Super Bowl, and you just basically have to tell me who's the winner of that Super Bowl. Pretty easy. About last season is all questions related to last season in the NFL. That'd be the 2024 season. Hall of Fame coaches, obviously questions about Hall of Fame coaches, right? That's Not My Name is all questions related to NFL nicknames. So all the questions involve a player that had a nickname or an alias or something like that at some point. And Home Sweet Home is all questions about NFL stadiums, basically asking who, sorry. Oh, shit. Technical difficulties, people. See, I can't breathe on my equipment or else it's going to fail miserably. So we're going to go ahead and get this back up and running here in just a second. Please forgive me. Please forgive me for that. What the shit, man? We're already fucking things up. We're already fucking things up here. Guys, this is a fucking professional production. You got to be shitting me.
Oh, for sure.
Here we go. All right.
Back.
Alex Trebek never had it go that bad, but it's okay. All right. So where was I? Obviously, those are all the categories. Normal Jeopardy. We do have a final Jeopardy round in which the contestants will wager a certain amount, and we'll see who wins. Every question is actually Jeopardy themed. You will have to answer in the form of a question if you want to get the points. Okay. So it's very important that you answer in the form of a question. If you get the question wrong, you will not lose points. But if you get the question wrong, then your opponent will have a chance to buzz in and also guess for that same question. Before we started filming, we determined that each contestant will have a certain noise that they will make for their buzzer. And Anthony, can we hear, or since you're drinking, Evan, can we hear real quick what your buzzer sound is?
Woo!
All right. So anytime you hear
woo,
that means Evan's buzzing in, and that just signifies to me that he has a guess. And Tony, can we hear what your buzzer is? Okay, so that was not Fido, actually. That was Tony, so that is Tony's buzzer. All right, we've had a long enough intro. Why don't we get started right into the game? And real quick, to determine who will go first, I don't know how they normally do that, so we are going to say, Tony, since you are we'll just do that. Tony, since you are the reigning champion of NFL trivia, we're going to let you pick the first category. So what is it going to be?
All right, let's go Super Bowl winners. You know what? I'm going to start off by gambling a little bit. Let's go Super Bowl winners for 500.
All right,
Love
Super
it.
Bowl winners for 500. This team won Super Bowl XXI. Hint, this
my
was the
fucking
franchise's
God.
very first Super Bowl appearance.
Oh
Any
my fucking
guesses?
God.
Any guesses will be accepted. Evan buzzes in. Super Bowl XXI, that's Super Bowl 21. You will need to answer quickly. So when you buzz in, I'll
Tampa
give
Bay
you about 5
Buccaneers.
seconds. Tampa Bay Buccaneers is incorrect. Do 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 do
Bark,
do
bark.
do. All right, Tony has a guess.
What is the Pittsburgh Steelers?
What is the Pittsburgh Steelers is incorrect. The correct answer is actually the New York Football Giants. It was their very first Super Bowl appearance and their very first Super Bowl win. Since neither one of you got the answer correct, Tony, it will remain your board. So what's it going to be?
Oh shit. All right, let's go a little easier this time. What's Super Bowl winners for 200?
All right, Super Bowl winners for 200. This team won Super Bowl 50.
Bark, bark.
That was Evan.
What? No
That
way.
is, that is the who is the Denver Broncos.
Who is the Denver Broncos? That is the correct answer. Evan gets 200 points and gains control of the board. So, Evan, where are you going to go next?
Let's go. Not my name for 300.
Not my name for 300. This defensive back from the 50s and 60s was given this locomotive-themed nickname because of his fast-paced and aggressive play style.
Woo!
Evan, that's your guess.
Who is Dick Night Train Lane?
Who is Night Train Lane? That is the correct answer. Even got the first name right.
Shit.
Richard, a.k.a. Dick Lane, went by Night Train way back in the 50s and 60s. All right, Evan, you retain control of the board. What's it going to be?
We'll go about last season for 1.
About last season for 100 points. In 2024, this player threatened to overtake Eric Dickerson as the player with the most rushing yards in a single season.
Bark, bark.
Tony,
Bark, bark. Who is Saquon Barkley?
who is Saquon Barkley? That is the correct answer. Tony gets on the board with 100 points and also regains control of the board. So, where are you going to go next?
Let's do Super Bowl winners for 300.
All right, Super Bowl winners for 300. This team won Super Bowl I.
Bark, bark.
That's Anthony. What's the guess?
Who is the Green Bay Packers?
Who are the Green Bay Packers? That is the correct answer. Tony catching up to Evan. He's got 400 points now. It's a close game. Still early though. All right. So Tony, it remains your board. What's it going to be?
Let's do about last season for 300.
About last season for 300. In 2024, this player broke Terrell Owens' record for the most receiving yards recorded in a single game against their former team. Oh, I got you guys stumped on this one, don't I? This was just last season. I remember this being a very big thing when it happened. Evan, what's your guess?
Who is AJ Brown?
That is incorrect. AJ Brown is not the correct answer. This was on a Monday Night Football, if I remember correctly.
Bark, bark.
Anthony.
Who is Stephon Diggs?
Who is Stephon Diggs? That is incorrect. The correct answer is actually Jerry Jeudy
Oh,
my God.
against the Broncos on Monday
Oh,
Night
that's
Football.
right. Oh
Yes.
my God.
Yep, in front of the whole world he did it. All right. Well, I believe that it is still Tony's board because he got the 2 questions ago. He got one right. So Tony, what is it going to be?
Let's do Super Bowl winners for 100.
All right, Super Bowl winners for 100. This team won Super Bowl LIX.
Bark, bark.
Anthony.
Who is New England Patriots?
That is incorrect.
Oh, fuck. I don't know the number.
That
What's
is
LIX?
incorrect,
What number is that?
actually. Oh, snap. You don't remember? How do you not remember this one? I mean, I'll give you a hint. L is 50.
Evan goes right away, right?
He hasn't buzzed in yet. But yeah, I mean, you're gonna run out of time in a second.
You have 59. That's your Roman numerals right now. 59.
Yep.
Bark.
You can't. You already guessed,
answer
Tony. You
twice.
can't.
I'm
You
fast.
can't guess
Oh,
again.
fuck.
All right, Evan's gonna pass. This is literally last year's Super Bowl. That's
Last
the
year.
Philadelphia Eagles.
Fuck.
I remember this being a thing because was it C.J. Gardner-Johnson had the shirt that said like Chiefs can licks my balls or something, LIX, like Chiefs licks my ball. Like yeah, that's what I remember.
I'll be honest. I thought we were at like 56 for Super Bowls. I'll be totally honest.
I know. Well, yeah, I actually did
I had a complete brain fart.
Yeah, you don't realize, right? I did a test run of this with my dad, and he's like LIX. He said the same thing. Like I don't know the Roman numerals. He eventually figured it out and was like 59. Are we on 59? Like holy crap!
I didn't think we were on 59.
It's wild.
I thought you were gonna be like no one because it hasn't happened yet. That's what I was waiting for. I'll be honest.
No,
none of complete swerve.
No, none of these are trick questions like that. And in fact, the lower point answers are the more the easier questions. So this was literally last year's. So I figured it'd be easy, but I guess the numbers kind of throw a curveball at things. So Anthony, it will remain to be your board. There's 2 categories you have not touched yet. Let's find out if he picks one. What's it gonna be?
Screw it. Let's go Home Sweet Home for 200.
Home Sweet Home for 200. This stadium is the home of the Chicago Bears.
Bark.
Tony.
What is Soldier Field?
Soldier Field is the correct answer. Tony takes the lead, and it's 600 to 500, and also retains possession of the board. What's it going to be?
All right, we'll do the last category there. We'll do Hall of Fame coaches for 200.
Hall of Fame coaches for 200. This coach started his career with the Baltimore Colts, losing to the Jets in Super Bowl III before bringing home multiple Lombardi trophies with the Miami Dolphins in the 1970s.
Woo!
Evan.
Who is Don Shula?
I believe that is the correct answer. It is Don Shula. I was like, wait a minute, was that correct? No, that is the correct answer. Evan takes back the lead. Our 2 contestants going back and forth right now in a highly contested matchup. Evan, you retain possession of the board. What's it going to be?
I'll take name for 500.
All right, that's not my name for 500 points. This player, known simply as DK, made the Pro Bowl twice as a Seahawk before being traded to the Steelers in the 2025 offseason.
Woo!
Evan.
Who is Kalen Zacharias Metcalf?
Wow, that's a phenomenal pull. I didn't even put the middle name because I didn't think you would know that, but wow. Absolutely that counts because the middle name is also correct. It is DeKalen. Tony, did you know that? You buzzed in too.
Yeah, I was just gonna say DK Metcalf, but I was confused.
No, I wasn't looking for DK. I was looking for the full name there. That's yeah. Apologies if that wasn't clear, but Evan got it. And actually
there was no fucking way I know that anyway. So
yeah, I figured that's why it was the hardest one. But Evan knows this type of stuff. He knows the Quintoris Lopez and shit like that.
I was hoping that would be on there. I was hoping it would, but obviously it's not.
I knew that you knew that, so that's why it's not on here. But that's a good pull. Awesome pull. So you take a big lead now, doubling Tony's point total, and you hold on to control of the board. So what's going to be the next category?
I'll stick with names for 200.
All right, that's not my name for 200. Buccaneers running back Doug Martin earned this nickname because of his strength and short stature. While fans used it lovingly, Doug Martin despised the nickname and tried to replace it with Duggernaut.
Woo!
Evan.
What is Muscle Hamster?
Muscle Hamster is the correct answer. Little Doug Martin, little beefy, short little Doug Martin. Hated that he was called Muscle Hamster.
He was 5'9", just a bowling ball of a human.
Oh yeah, he was nuts in like 2015. He was crazy, but he hated that nickname. I remember that being a big thing.
I didn't know he hated it. I didn't know that.
Yeah, there was in researching this, I found an article from around 2015. Like his college teammate gave that nickname. Actually, gave the nickname to Doug Martin's girlfriend first because which is crazy. Like I can't believe you would say that, right? That's crazy to call a woman muscle hamster. Is wild. She was a gymnast, and I guess she was also short and probably built, muscly. So they joked that both of them were muscle hamsters, and then Doug Martin took it into the NFL as well. So Evan, with a great pull, extends his lead. You retain control of the board as well. So what's it going to be?
Super Bowl winners for 400. Finish that one out.
All right, Super Bowl winners for 400. The last of the category. This team won Super Bowl XXXVI.
Bark.
Anthony.
Who is the New England Patriots?
That is a correct answer. The New England Patriots. I believe this was the first Super Bowl that they won as well against the Rams. Los Angeles, yes. Or it might have been St. Louis Rams at the time.
St. Louis, yeah.
St. Louis.
Yep.
2001.
Yep. Good pull.
Good pull, Anthony.
All right, Tony regains control of the board and tightens up the game a little bit. What's going to be the next category?
Let's do Home Sweet Home for 300.
Home Sweet Home for 300. This stadium is the home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Woo!
Evan.
What is AT&T Stadium?
That is a correct answer. AT&T Stadium is the home of the Dallas Cowboys. If you had said Jerry World, I would not have accepted that. That was not a correct answer. But yeah, I don't think I really knew, like, I know like it's a famous stadium, but I'm like, don't know the name of the sponsor always, right? But yeah, Evan, good pull. You retain possession of the board. So what's it going to be?
Let's do Home Sweet Home for 500.
Home Sweet Home for 500. This stadium is the home of the Tennessee Titans.
Woo!
Evan.
What is Nissan Stadium?
No way this guy just pulled Nissan Stadium. Holy crud.
That's crazy.
No way you knew that. That's insane. This dude was definitely researching for this video.
I did not. I thought about it, but I did not.
All right. Pretty strong category for Evan. See if he goes back to it. What's it going to be?
We'll do Home for 4.
Home Sweet Home for 400. This stadium is the home of the Cincinnati Bengals.
Bark.
Woo!
Anthony.
Oh, fuck. I really don't know.
What's it going to be? You need the points. But do you know the answer?
Fuck. What is Verizon Stadium? I don't know.
Good guess, because it is definitely, all the stadiums are like sponsored now, so they're all names of companies. But Evan, what's your guess?
What is Paycor Stadium?
Paycor Stadium is the correct answer. I don't even know what the hell is Paycor.
Yeah,
like, what even
I've
is
never
that?
heard that in my life.
I'm like, bro, no, I don't even know the company, let alone the stadium. Wild pull. So all right, Evan takes down a lot of points in that category, knowing a lot of stadiums, but there's only one left. So what's it going to be, Evan?
We'll do Home for 1. Finish it out.
All right, finish it out. This stadium is the home of the New England Patriots.
Bark.
Anthony got that first.
Let's do, what is Gillette Stadium?
What is Gillette Stadium is the correct answer.
You took a little bit too long on that, Anthony. I was like, oh no.
There was a pause, and I'm like, hold on.
Yeah, I don't know why I paused.
Yeah, I know you know that one.
He's making sure. He's like, wait a second. All right, we're good.
Check the memory banks. All righty. Tony remains in control of the board. What's it going to be?
Let's do Hall of Fame coaches for 400.
Hall of Fame coaches for 400. The only head coach to ever win back-to-back Super Bowls on 2 separate occasions, this Steel City icon began his head coaching career with a 1-13 season in 1969. Oh, snap. I got him. Boys. I got him on that one. They don't know this. They don't know this one. literally, I don't think this guy had a losing season for like 20 years after that first season.
Pew!
Evan,
Who is Jimmy Johnson?
that is
That's not right.
incorrect.
Oh, okay. I was
Incorrect. It
gonna
is
say
not
that.
Jimmy
The
Johnson.
Steelers,
Shit.
but that's the first guy I thought of.
I was thinking him too. That's what I was gonna say.
Nope, not Jimmy Johnson.
And I
Jimmy
can't
Johnson, Cowboys.
Cowboys.
All right, I'm gonna give you 5 seconds, Tony, before you have to buzz in or let it go. 5, 4, 3, 2,
Bark.
1. Tony.
Bark. Who is? I don't fucking know. Vince Lombardi. I don't fucking
Vince
know.
Lombardi is incorrect. The correct answer is who is Chuck Noll?
Oh, I know the
Chuck
name.
Noll.
I don't know. I'm not a ball knower of Chuck Noll. I don't know Chuck Noll's balls.
Yeah. See, I feel like the coaching category is definitely the hardest one because it's all kind of Hall of Fame coaches. It's all old fuckers. So, not my bag personally, but all right, Tony, you retain possession of the board.
Let's do about last season for 500.
About last season for 500. Despite being tied with Jahmyr Gibbs and Derrick Henry for the league lead in rushing touchdowns, this running back just barely eclipsed 1,000 rushing yards during the 2024 season.
Whew.
Evan.
Who is Josh Jacobs?
That is incorrect. It is not Josh Jacobs. Any other guesses? Tony, still thinking? Big fantasy guy. Huge.
Oh, yeah.
I can't give hints. I can't give any more hints. Sorry.
I still don't know. Bark.
Go ahead.
Who is what's his name?
5,
who
4,
is David Montgomery?
3. It is not David Montgomery. The correct answer actually is James Cook.
Oh.
16 rushing touchdowns, and he had like 1,009 rushing yards, so just barely.
And that's why he wants a new contract with the Bills all of a sudden.
I mean, he was a beast. Just I feel like Josh Allen probably ate into some of his rushing yards, but yeah, no, he was really good. Really, really good. All right. Still no correct answers in the last couple questions. Tony, you retain possession of the board. We almost have a symmetrical board going on right now, but not quite.
Let's do about last season for 200.
About last season for 200, this AFC South player won the Walter Payton Man of the Year award for his commitment to community service during the 2024 season.
Whew.
Evan.
Who is Cam Jordan?
It is not Cam Jordan. Nope. All right.
I'm not gonna lie, this is the one award I did not.
that's why I picked it, because I'm like, I know they know every other award winner. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds.
Okay.
5.
We're just gonna go
4,
with a wild guess and say
3, 2.
Lamar Jackson.
It is not Lamar Jackson. AFC South player that won Walter Payton Man of the Year.
AFC South. I'm an idiot.
Eric Armstead.
Well, I would never
is the correct answer.
Anyway.
Oregon Duck. Former Oregon Duck. Eric Armstead.
Yep. The only reason that I had that at 200 was because I put the AFC South in there, so that narrows it down quite a bit. So that's why I thought it was an easier question, but I guess not. Tony, you continue the streak of no correct answers, so you still have control of the board. What's it going to be?
All right. Let's do Hall of Fame coaches for 100.
All right. This legendary head coach inspired the best-selling football video game of all time and also has the second highest winning percentage of any head coach ever.
Bark.
Anthony.
Who is John Madden?
John Madden is the correct answer. All right, Tony finally gets a correct answer on the board, although it only is worth 100 points. I believe technically there's enough points on the board still for you to make a comeback, but it's going to take quite a bit. What's your next category?
Let's go Hall of Fame coaches for 300.
Hall of Fame coaches for 300. Before winning 2 Super Bowls as the coach of the Dallas Cowboys, Tom Landry played and coached for what other NFC team? NFC East team.
Bark.
Anthony.
Who is the New York Giants?
That is a correct answer. New York Giants is correct. So yeah, Tom Landry, he was a cornerback for the New York Giants for like 4 years in the 50s or something before he went on to have a Hall of Fame career as a coach, winning multiple championships with the Cowboys.
Cool.
All right.
Didn't know that.
Tony, I know I'm hitting you with all the ball knowledge. Y'all are learning shit from this. That's my jam. All right, Tony, what's the next question going to be? Go ahead, take your pick.
All right, let's do Hall of Fame coaches for 500.
Hall of Fame coaches for 500 points. Coach of the Chicago Bears for 40 seasons between 1920 and 1967. This legend won 6 championships, only had 6 losing seasons, and went undefeated in the 1934 regular season before losing to the New York Giants in the championship game. This one's a deep cut, too. This is a deep cut. I had no idea who this guy was.
My ball knowledge in the 20s and 60s does not bode well right now.
That's why this is a 500-point question. But he had the longest coaching career of anyone ever. The second longest was like 26 seasons or something. Not even close. And he was a player and a coach. And I want to say he like founded the Chicago Bears. He owned the team for like ever.
Woo!
Evan.
Who is George Halas?
George Halas is a correct answer. Did you only get that from my hints?
I'll be totally honest. I had George Halas in the back of my head the whole time. But I was like, no, he owned the team. He didn't coach them.
Right.
And when you said he was coach and owner, I was like, there it is.
Yeah. He was a player. He was a coach. He was an owner. He was everything for the Chicago Bears from their inception. He bought the team for $100, bro, in 1920. He bought the team for $100, like, and now the team is obviously worth multiple millions of dollars.
Real quick sidebar. Did you guys see that the Lakers are up for sale?
They're up for sale
for $10 billion.
10 billion?
Yes.
How much did the Celtics just sell for? Wasn't that 40 or something? I thought they or 4.
I think it was more than 4. We'll get back to that. Let's continue. Jeopardy.
Okay, yeah, that's a conversation for a different day. Crazy though. I'm saving up for that. I want that for Christmas. I want the Lakers for Christmas.
Should we just split it? Should we just split it, guys? Just become the owner of the Lakers?
Yeah, we could. Yeah, we'll pool our money together just to buy the whole fucking Lakers. Insanity. So Evan, we are the Lakers. We're gonna make them the Connecticut Lakers.
Yes.
All right. So Evan, you actually now doubled Tony's point total again, taking a commanding lead, getting a lot of the 500s on the board, and now you control the board. So what's it going to be? There's only 3 questions left.
Let's do about last season for 4.
About last season for 400 points. This player recorded 665 yards after the catch during the 2024 season, trailing only Jamar Chase in this stat, who had 787.
Bark.
Anthony.
Let's go. Who is CD Lamb?
CD Lamb is incorrect.
That's a good guess. I like that. That's a good guess.
That is a good guess. I believe he was up there somewhere. But no, this is
who is Jalen Waddle?
Jalen Waddle is incorrect, but very close. A player on the same team. It's Devon Achane. See, that one was a bit of a trick question. because he is a running back. But still, I said this player, right? Not
Mhm.
wide receiver. So yes, Devon A-Chain. See, when we were discussing doing this trivia, I teased you guys with the who has the most yak of all time. I actually
Mhm.
couldn't find that stat, but I was able to
Really?
find it. Now I don't think that they were really counting yak,
Mhm.
back in the day. So I don't think that they're like counting it up over multiple seasons. I'm not really sure. I'd have to do some more research, but I was able to find it for just last season, and I thought Jamar Chase was too obvious, so I went with the second guy.
That's
But
cool. I like that.
Evan, you retain control of the board, and only 2 questions left. What's it going to be?
Go with That's Not My Name for one.
That's not my name. For 100, Lions wide receiver Calvin Johnson earned this nickname due to his sheer size and physical ability on the football field.
Bark, bark, bark.
Anthony.
Who is Megatron?
Who is Megatron is the correct answer. So
The only name one I'll probably ever know.
this last one is kind of hard. So Tony, I think you got every question that was worth 100 points. I think you got. And I think Evan got all the questions that were worth 500 or something like that. But you're dominating the top row. But it is your control. Obviously, there's only one question left, so we'll go to that question. This is the alias used by Michael Vick at clinics when seeking treatment for genital herpes. The NFL even banned the use of this name on custom jerseys in the NFL shop. See, this is some deep stuff too. Michael Vick had an alias. I think this is around 2007. He actually had a lawsuit because he would lie to women about knowing that he had it, and he knowingly gave herpes to one girl, and she sued him for it. But he used an alias when he would go to places, so they wouldn't know that it was actually Michael Vick.
I
Any
don't know it.
guesses?
I got
I'll give you
nothing.
guys. Evan's passing. Tony, do you officially pass?
No, I'll guess for the fuck of it. I'm just gonna say I feel like he would name it after like one of his dogs or some shit. So let's go with like Rufus. Rufus. I don't know. That's a good like aggressive dog name. Who is
Rufus.
Rufus?
Actually, not like super far off. No, the correct answer is Ron Mexico.
Wow.
Ron Mexico. So the NFL, like while this was happening, the NFL, like you couldn't make a custom jersey that said Mexico on the back because obviously the whole thing about it. So
Wait, am I
that
able to
was
do that now?
it might be, long enough after this has happened that, maybe it's allowed again, but I don't know. Getting
Maybe.
a Falcons jersey number 7 and it just says Mexico on the back, like, all right, we all know what
Would
you're
be
doing.
kind of funny.
Yeah, it would be fucking hilarious. I'm sure you could make your own custom jersey if you really wanted to. All right. So going into our final Jeopardy round, it is technically possible for Tony to win. Obviously, it always is because Evan could wage all of his points. But what
Mhm.
I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys. Let's see. Is this up now? Here we go. Here's our final Jeopardy question.
Tom
And
Brady, love it.
our category is Tom Brady. All right.
Mhm.
And all right. So I want you guys to each text me how many points you want to wager. Okay. And then once I reveal the question, I will have you guys also text me what your answer is so you can both submit it at the same time without, saying it out loud. And then we will share our answers together. So go ahead and text me your wagers at this moment. And we will give a second for y'all to do that. See, now I wish I had the music queued up, but I actually don't think we can play it probably for copyright reasons. Okay.
So this is just one question, right?
Yep.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
it's one question and you wager. So obviously, you could lose.
Yeah.
You could lose the amount of points you wager, but you could gain those points too. All right. Both of our wagers have been submitted. And if you guys are ready, I will unveil the question.
Are we texting the answer as well? Sorry.
Yes, text me the answer. Yes. And I will read the question.
Okay.
NFL legend Tom Brady played against and defeated all 32 NFL teams in his career. He boasts a winning record against every NFL franchise except for these two teams. And a detail that I didn't add was he doesn't even have a losing record. He has a record of 500. So he's completely. He doesn't have a losing record against any team, but he just doesn't have a winning record. Well, is 500 a winning? Not really, right? It's a perfectly.
You're bang average.
Yeah, perfectly average record against these two teams. All right. And yeah, okay. And you only need to get one of these correct to get the question correct. I don't expect you to get them both correct. Whoa. Wait a minute. Oh shit. Oh shit. One of you did get them both correct. So, well, now I don't know what to do because I was only requiring one. But since one of you did get both and one of you got neither, or one of you got one, I'm going to give it to the person that got both. And I'll unveil your answers. So, Tony.
It's definitely Evan.
Tony, you said Broncos and 49ers. And Evan, you said Broncos and Saints. Broncos is a correct answer.
Mm-hmm.
Brady was 9-9 against the Broncos. And the other team that Brady had a perfectly 500 average was the San Francisco 49ers. So Tony is correct. Tony was correct there. But the deciding factor here, if Tony is going to win, really is the wagers. So, Tony, do you want to tell us how much you wagered?
Well, I figured there was the only way for me to win was to wager all the money or whatever I had, so I put 1,600 in.
And that is correct, that you did put 1,600. So, Tony, you end with 3,200 points. And Evan, oh, hold on. I'm messing with the wrong thing. So, Tony wagered 1,600 and got it correct. So, Tony has 3,200 points. And Evan, you got it wrong. You wagered 500 points. So, that brings your total down to 2,600. And Tony pulls off the insane, miraculous comeback and wins the game on the final Jeopardy question. Holy crud nugget. Congratulations. Congratulations, Tony, on an insane win. Oh, and I didn't even unveil the answer. But yes, it is the Denver Broncos and the San Francisco 49ers. Every other team he just blew out of the water. I mean, wow. And I was like, I thought that might be too hard of a question. Because it's kind of, how did you think of that? How did you think of
the Broncos? I knew the Broncos.
Okay.
I knew the Broncos. I knew the Broncos.
How did you know that? From what prior knowledge?
The 49ers?
No, even the Broncos. How did you know that one?
Well, for some reason, the Broncos, I just knew that was the only losing team. The 49ers was more of a guess, if I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
But
the Broncos always gave the Pats trouble no matter when they played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking playoffs or regular season, it was a constant. It was like I was between the Saints and the Ravens as well, but also I know Brady beat up the Ravens a few times as well.
Yeah, I'm
The
surprised you guys didn't
49ers
say.
thing, I thought I
Go ahead.
heard about that in a documentary
Mm.
because it was like they were talking because Brady always wanted to be a 49er.
Yes.
And that was the team he wanted to go to when he got drafted.
Yeah.
And
He was
then
a Cali boy.
Yeah. I thought I
From San
remembered
Mateo.
them saying that they ended up like splitting even, or he ended up losing more to them. But I wasn't
Yeah.
even like positive. I thought I was wrong. I didn't think I was gonna get that.
Wow.
I only thought
Wow.
Saints because he has to play them. He had to play them twice, as when he played with the Bucks,
Mm.
and then he only played them once every 4 years when he was with New England.
Yep.
When
Okay.
he was
That
with
makes
New England,
sense.
Saints were decent. They had Drew Brees most of the time, and they had a pretty good defense. I don't know what his record is against the Saints. I don't know what it is.
I was just about to check that. Oh, I had it pulled up, bro.
What's that be like his best record against any team is the Saints? He's undefeated.
Imagine.
The Bills.
No, it's the Bills. The Bills. He beat 33 times. He only lost them 3 times. That's
Mhm.
the team
Yeah.
he beat more than any other team. And the Jets, he beat 31 times. Let me just pull up this. Here we go.
Saints he went
Versus-
7-5.
Yeah, the Saints were very close,
Mhm.
close to pulling it to 500. And the 49ers, he was only 2-2 against them. So it was like it's probably more just a small sample size, and that's why
Mhm.
the Broncos is more of like a partially because Peyton Manning was there too. That feels like a good team to rip.
Yeah.
The Niners, I really didn't think that y'all would get the Niners. That's why I was saying you only needed one, but obviously Tony got both, so I had to give it to him.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
I get it.
Wow, incredible finish. Holy crap.
job, Tony. Great
Fireworks,
job.
absolute fireworks. Electric performance from Tony to remain undefeated in Touchdown Talk trivia games. Holy crap. Wow, guys. Wow.
That
Amazing stuff there. Really.
We'll have to run
that
that back,
was
Tony.
pure luck. I'm not even gonna lie.
We'll have to run
Evan,
that back.
you, like destroyed me in the actual Jeopardy. So we honestly, I count this as a win for you. Honestly,
No, I can't. No. What does the scoreboard say?
Hey, because your wager is super important too. You know, if you I don't think there's anything actually you could have done because even if you wagered 0, you would have
Or lost by 100.
Yeah,
I only wagered a few
barely.
extra because I was like, he's at 32. If I get it right, I want to be a few above.
Yeah. So that
matter
last question that was worth 100 points that you got, Tony, that was actually super important because that was enough to be able to get you over the hump in the the final, right? Because then it gets doubled. Wow, incredible.
yeah.
Let's do a little post show. Let's get comfortable, guys. Let's get comfortable and just do a little debrief. You know, we're gonna get
let's do it.
All right, Evan, you got a immaculate drink pulled up for us. Sorry, I
do
went
have
away
one
from
ready.
the mic. All right, excellent. Yeah, share your screen whenever you're ready.
Doing that now.
See, now this is just welcome
do we wanna
to the
do
Jeopardy post game.
$6.99 and then do 700 for
What
grids.
is it? What is that?
Grid number 699 was yesterday, and then 700 is today.
Oh, yeah. Let's rip them both if we got time.
All right, I'll pull up 699.
700. That's a lot. Holy crud.
Yeah, that's 700 grids. Right.
Gotta loosen my tie.
Share screen.
Here we go.
Beep boop.
Now we're chilling. More relaxed.
All right. So.
All right, let's go ahead and put it here. Oh, hey guys, it's just me. How you guys doing? So happy to have you here. Excellent. Let's go ahead and bring everybody else back. Hey, here we go. What's going on? Here it is. All right, let's see.
So, first thing I think of for Cowboy Texan.
Yep. I
Brandon
already
Cooks.
know.
Yeah, Brandon.
Brandon Cooks.
Dude, we guessed him every single time we do these. There's always a spot for Brandon Cooks.
This is a super easy one for Texans, Bills. You guys probably know.
What you got?
That's Stephon Diggs.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
There you go.
Yep. Stephon Diggs. Yeah.
I'm going to do his last name.
They're like the same guy, really, when you think about it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Honestly,
Brandon
yeah.
Cooks and Diggs, honestly. But at the end, when it's all said and done, I feel like we're just gonna remember them the same. Let's see. Did
Cowboy
Des
Raven?
Bryant? Did Des
I have a
Bryant
weird
play
one.
for the
And
Ravens?
trust me on this. Deion Sanders.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Huge. There we go.
1,000 receiving yards in a season for the Dallas Cowboys. We could go a plethora of options, but
Michael Irvin.
first name.
Goat.
Damn, 1,000 yard season for the Bills.
Sammy Watkins.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little bit of
Did he?
Tubsky.
I think he cracked 1,000. Pretty sure.
Really?
Josh Gordon. Did Josh
Yeah,
Gordon
could
do
be
it with the
wrong.
Bills?
You mean the Browns?
You mean the
No,
Browns?
wasn't he on the Bills after?
The guy that smoked a whole bunch of weed? Probably not.
He was on the Patriots.
Oh,
He's a Pats
well,
player, yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's what I'm thinking of. But the Browns is there too. Maybe, yeah.
I
I'd
think
take him
he
for
should
the
be.
Browns.
He should be there for the Browns. I believe.
Yeah. He's definitely there for the Browns.
Sweet.
Sir, look at him. He's goated.
Um,
He got the Chiefs jersey on. Shit.
I feel
Texan
like Bills is gonna throw us off a little bit. I don't know why.
The Bills.
Diggs never did
1,000
it.
or
Diggs never did it
on the Bills.
with the Bills,
1,000?
right?
Oh, he definitely did.
I was gonna say he. Yeah, I think he did.
I mean, we can't guess him now, but yeah, he
That's-
did.
Yeah.
I was just trying to think of something.
Andre
harder.
Reed? Andre
Maybe,
Reed
I
did
don't
it
know.
for show.
Oh, he did.
Oh yeah. I mean, we could probably say, did Khalil Shakir break 1,000?
85 to 2,000. Ooh, that's a good. Shakir is close. I don't know if he did.
He might have had
I
like
don't know if Shakir
990.
broke 1,000. Are we ripping Andre Reed?
Yeah, he was
it's
goated in
probably
the
safer.
90s. He was on the Bills team that made 4 straight
Sweet.
Super Bowls and lost.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right. Browns, Texans.
I want to
I
say,
think I know some more. Oh, well,
Dearness Johnson.
was he? I thought he was he was a Jag, definitely.
if
You could
we
say
go-
we
Duke
can't
Johnson.
say Nick Chubb.
Duke
Duke
I was
Johnson.
gonna say, yeah. Or if
What were
we
you gonna
wanted
say?
Something easy, Deshaun Watson, but that's.
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like too easy. Duke Johnson.
That's probably the yeah. Oh yeah.
4%.
Bro.
Look at that smile.
He's cheesing, bro. He looks higher than Josh Gordon somehow.
Josh Gordon looks sober in that photo. That's the weird
He
part.
really does. I mean, he looks locked in. Shit.
Dude, get the out of here.
The ads, bro, are crazy.
Ads are killing me today. Browns,
let's go.
Ravens.
I feel like I know.
Clowney?
those. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Clowney, definitely.
Oh yeah. Yep. We're back. We're back, boys.
Now it's just Bills, Ravens.
Sammy Watkins. Definitely works for that one.
Yeah.
Hundo P.
Let's go.
There it is.
Are we back? Like
We're
are we
back.
confirmed back?
Boys, we are officially back because we're juiced up from Jeopardy, bro.
We needed Tony. That's what it is, dude. We needed Tony.
Yeah, that's
exactly
true.
what it is.
Tony's back for
I
the
got-
full thing.
I got all the obvious, like the easy ones on that one.
Don't matter.
That's what we need.
Sometimes that's what you need.
We just needed the glue guy.
The glue guy, Tony.
That's what we needed.
All right, on to grid number 700.
Holy crap, 700. We finally made it.
We have done 700 grids. Just kidding. Definitely not.
No, that's crazy. This will be 8 or 9 or something around that. Oh yeah, Vic.
All right. Ron, Mexico.
Ron, type that in. See if that works.
Well, wait a second. Should we do him for passing yards in a career?
For Falcons?
No, because you could just.
Or
I mean, if
for
we really wanted,
Steelers.
we could just do like.
Oh, we could just do Matt Ryan for passing yards.
For Falcons, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Vic also works for Jets Falcons.
Right. But is there any other Jet Falcon that we can think of? I'd say Vic for that, if anything. Matt Ryan there. Yeah. Yep.
Vic for Falcons, Jets, unless we got something else.
Yeah, I'd go there because I don't have anybody else in my noggin.
We'll come back to the Falcons. Eagles.
Yeah. Oh shit, I just almost thought of one. Oh, you could say Julio Jones for Falcons Eagles.
Good one. Or Quintorris Lopez Jones.
Quintorris Lopez. I wonder if it'd pop up if you type that in. Look at his
Probably not.
fucking hair, bro. Why is it? Why do we do this?
We could do Mitchell Trubisky for 10,000 passing yards for the Steelers.
Do it. Rip it. He's a cheat code, bro.
3%.
Wow. Goat. 10K for a Bronco. I mean, there's two choices.
Broncos, Jets, we could do Brandon Marshall or Ryan Clady.
Ryan Clady?
Yeah, I know.
Who's that?
Yo,
rip Ryan Clady.
Is it Ryan or Brian?
Ryan. Clady, I think.
Who the hell is that, bro?
Yeah.
Wow.
Bro, who is that?
That's my boy.
Who is that? What?
I've never heard of this dude.
Clady, bro?
Never heard of him.
That's insane. Oh my god.
Who's the guy that fucking badmouthed Belichick? Or one of the guys.
Really?
Yeah,
what?
Like a video of him and Belichick.
Oh my god. Wow. This is why we need you, Tone.
Perfect.
Holy shit. You could say Tebow for Bronco Eagle.
But did he play a game for the Eagles?
No, I think you're thinking of Broncos Jets.
No, he played for the Eagles. Yeah. You know how I know?
Tebow?
You know how I know?
Because they played against the Giants.
No, I know because I don't know. I don't know if he played a game, but I know that in Madden Mobile,
I knew it.
There was a Tim Tebow card for the winter promo that was out of position, halfback Tim Tebow, and he was fucking goated. And on the card, he had an Eagles jersey on. I know that for a fact. Did he play tight
end for the Eagles?
No, that was the Jags. And I don't think once at that point in his career, I don't think he ever got actual playing time. Eagles, he might have gotten some playing time.
Tim Tebow?
Yeah.
I don't know if did he ever start a game for the Eagles though?
He just has to just play in a game. Not even start. He just has to play.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if he gets one game in and he played there for 4 seasons and he only played one game of those 4 seasons, he counts.
Okay.
But now,
if you're confident, Ryan,
looking at the years that he played, I'm
not sure though.
That doesn't. Yeah, seeing the years is like that seems crazy. Because I remember it was Eagles and it was number 11, so that could have been Carson Wentz too, right? Because he wore 11. but I don't think it was
Mhm.
Carson Wentz.
Well-
I don't think it was. I swear to God, it was
know-
Tebow.
Brian, if we want to go to something easy, we could always put just Brian Dawkins or something
Oh, true. Brian Dawkins would work for.
Yeah, do that.
for Broncos
Yeah.
Eagles.
I didn't know he played for the Broncos.
I totally forgot he did. Totally forgot.
I'm 100% looking up that Eagles card.
We can check it out in the summary after if you want.
Yeah, I need to know.
Steelers, Jets, and Eagles.
I mean,
Steelers.
First name I think is Justin
Steelers,
Fields,
Jets,
but I know that's
Justin
not right.
Fields.
Yeah.
Wait, what? You're joking, right?
What?
He hasn't played a game yet for the Jets.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
an idiot.
yeah. That's why I say that. Yeah.
I was ready to put him down. Steelers, Eagles. I feel like there's so many.
Well, at one point in time, they combined to make a team. You guys know that, right? During
I've heard
one
of
of
it,
one of the world wars, they combined to make the now known Steagles, and it was like
Yeah.
the Eagles logo with the Steelers
Yep.
colors.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Steagles, man.
It was
That's
only
a
like a 1 year
crazy
thing, I'm
poll.
pretty sure. All right, well, I think we can go John Elway for passing yards.
Yeah, I'd go Elway.
Yeah.
Steelers.
Steelers. I'm getting stuck on these two.
I'm thinking like I'm thinking, did Plaxico play for the Steelers? Did he?
I want to say he did.
That's, or I might be thinking of who's the guy, Santonio Holmes, that caught the toe tap in the Super Bowl?
Mhm. Yeah.
Santonio Holmes, did he play for the Jets?
I believe so.
Or am I just getting my wires crossed?
I am not sure on either of these two, but I'm not giving up.
Shit.
We don't give up around here.
No, we don't. Can't.
I'd rather get two wrong.
We gotta rip something. Steelers, Eagles. Shoot. It's fucking tough, dude. They made the 700th one a toughie.
Dude, Kenny Pickett for Steelers Eagles.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Oh my
There
God.
it is. Knew it was
I
in
knew it
the
was
memory
something
bank
easy
somewhere.
yeah.
There it is.
And then it's just Steelers Jets. Did what was his name? He was a linebacker for the Jets.
Aaron Rodgers.
Well, yeah,
Can't
there's
Aaron
that
Rodgers
too.
yet. Hasn't played a game yet.
But yeah.
I know.
Is it Byron?
Wait, he was
Byron Scott. He's an NBA player.
A lineman?
He was a linebacker. Bart Scott?
Oh yeah.
Bart
Yeah, I think
Bart
so.
Scott.
Mm-hmm. I want to think he was a linebacker for the Jets. I don't know why I think of him as a
I don't know that
Steeler
name
as
at all.
well.
I'm unaware of this gentleman, this fella.
Me too. Well, I'm aware of him. I'm unaware of what other teams he played for, if any.
Bart Scott.
Did Le'Veon Bell?
Yes.
Yep.
Did he?
There you go.
He did.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure about the Jets.
Bro, that
but
was
I
sitting right
thought
there
he
the
did.
whole time. Shit. All right, here we go. There it is, baby. 700.
Eric
Yeah,
Tepper.
there
Brett
you go.
Favre for Falcons Jets. That's a good one.
Wow.
Kenny Pickett. Let's
Wow,
go.
that's crazy. But did he play for the Falcons though? He was drafted, but I didn't thought he never
I
played.
think
for
he
them.
played like a few games. I don't think he played a full season.
Really.
Hmm.
Yeah, most people messed up on Eagles Broncos.
That
Based off
was
percentages.
tough. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a tough one.
The two that we
Outside of,
were
like,
struggling
Brian
with.
Dawkins.
I don't. Yeah, the fact you got
Right.
that. That's crazy. It's a crazy poll.
Yeah, I never would have guessed Eric Decker. No way.
Nah, I remember him though.
Oh, no, I do too,
No,
for
it's
sure.
on there. But yeah, that's a crazy fucking poll.
Excellent work, gentlemen. That
Great
was
stuff.
incredible.
Great stuff.
Great trivia all around. Jeopardy, Immaculate Grids. Super fun episode.
Hell yeah.
Always a blast hanging out with y'all, hanging out with our fans as well, if you can call them that. You know, we love you
sure.
guys. Yeah, man. Make sure to stay tuned. We'll be back with some more NFL trivia, probably another Jeopardy or maybe some other type of game. You know what will be fun is to do something like Wavelength, or like, I don't know. We'll brainstorm some other fun trivia games. If there's anything else that you want us to do, let us know in the comments below. We might start doing episodes like less frequently in the summer before the football season starts back up. When football comes back, we're going to hit it hard. So make sure to stay tuned, guys. We love you. Thank you for everything. You guys have any last words to say to the people?
I know this isn't football related, but as a Red Sox fan, it hurts to see Rafael Devers leave the Red Sox.
Oh my God.
Hence the fire Craig Breslow tag under my name. Waking up to seeing that, I think I had 60 text messages in my Red Sox group chat that I have with a few buddies. And it just hurts, you know. He's beloved in Boston, and you see the guy leave.
He was there for a while too, wasn't he?
He's been there his whole career.
Yeah. And then, like, literally out of nowhere, just gone.
Yep.
And I saw a clip. Obviously, I'm not super informed about baseball, but I saw a clip of him talking about like how he feels like the team is like they have the capability to get going. I think he was saying something about like, you know, we got people coming back from injury. I think we have a lot of potential and a lot of room to improve. So like it seemed from everything I could tell that he's invested too, and he was ready to keep going, and Red Sox just cut him loose. It's messed up.
For a fucking zero sugar blue Powerade.
And a bag of fucking baked Lays.
Yeah. Hey, don't you be wait. What kind of baked Lays are we talking about?
No, just the original baked.
Okay, making sure.
Yeah.
Baked barbecue Lays I look for here and there, and I'm like, where the hell are they? Yes.
I mean, I only be reaching for the baked. Like low key, I eat those more than regular just because they're healthy, but maybe slightly more healthy.
They're better for you.
Sure, yeah, according to the lamestream media. But yeah, that was just that's that. So once again, appreciate you guys. I'm taking Tony off the screen because he left. No, I'm just kidding.
No, he's back. He's back.
I have to plug in. My laptop's about to die. All right, I'm good.
All right, appreciate y'all. Thank you. See you next week.
Peace.
See you.